What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond, and I'm back with an all new episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. As I said in my previous video, there was no new episode last week, so this week we're starting off with W.A.P, which Wanda ain't playing. Listen, Miss Wanda was everywhere this episode. I cannot. She was everywhere. She was annoying. Oh my gosh, she was annoying. We're gonna get into it. Let's go. So we're picking up where we left off, which was the men outside asking Martell, does he love the baby mama? And he's acting dumb, stuttering, not trying to answer it. But he does, but he doesn't want to like public it. He doesn't want to be anywhere near her. And the whole, DNA test and all that type of stuff. And he all talking about, do I still want to get back with Mel? He said in the confessional, if I want to get back with Mel, God's going to have to touch me personally to get back. I'm like, you're going to have to do that? Holy water, something for Mel to even consider getting back with you. So work on being co-parents and let's move on. So it's back to the whole back and forth thing with Miss Wanda all over again. Lord have mercy. And when Mel said it's so funny how she wants to be all about, she loves us, but yet she's still liking and commenting on the woman that ruined my marriage. I'm confused. And she said, listen, if Maurice had cheated on you, I ain't gonna be liking nobody. I ain't gonna follow shit. You gotta worry about me. So Miss Wanda, go somewhere else with your backwards thinking on how a relationship is supposed to work. Good night and goodbye. This, I'm not your friend, but you said you loved us. Okay. She just wants to tell Mel that her and Tisha should be friends, and Tisha don't follow her. I don't give a damn if Tisha follows her. You so busy peeping your nose in somebody else's business that's not yours and telling them what they should do. Go away. Go find a canasta group or something. Go play shuffleboard. Go somewhere. So Destiny, at the end of the day, she said, me and Mel are at our wits right now. We're not really in a good place. But I'm not finna let Miss Wanda talk to her about this. I'm not finna do that. So Destiny said, listen, we're not finna be talking about a woman who broke up a family. That's what we're not finna do. Miss Wanda will say, Martell broke a family. Agreed. But we're not finna do this, and it's disrespectful for you to be commenting on another woman saying she's beautiful when she's the main one that fucked up this family. Then she wants to call Destiny insecure because she said that was disrespectful. Because it is. It is. You mean to tell me you're going to... Nope. Because that makes no sense. Why would I support a woman who broke up a family and say she's beautiful? I don't give a fuck who she is. She messed up a family. She's a scum of the fucking earth. I don't like her. Tell Miss Wanda she had low self-esteem. Shut the fuck up, Miss Wanda. Go somewhere. Again, the boys are still outside talking. A tree stump named Sadarik say that my kids and my wife, we all got different love with each other. So that's what you have. Marcel's just going through it. He don't care. He's trying to get his back life on track. And, he said, no, I'm good. Marie said he's good. He stand firm and leave him alone. Marcel wants to say, is it hot boy summer? Marcel, go somewhere. Go somewhere, Marcel. I'm not going to deal this with you. And, of course, it's the whole thing about can they see themselves getting married again? Because on the other side, we got Louis, Maurice, and I think their brother, starts with an M. They have all been married before, got divorced, remarried again. And Marcel feels like he's never going to get married again. I'm no. So if me and Tisha broke up or we go through some things, we'll stay married till the wheels fall off. Maurice said you don't value marriage. If you want to just stay with your wife, just stay with your wife, even though it's not healthy to stay with your wife when there is bad things happening. If you guys have not gone through or not fixed things, you just gonna stay? Okay, Marcel. So of course, Mel addresses to everybody and said, listen, if any one of y'all husbands is fucking around with somebody, you best believe I ain't gonna say nothing to nobody. I'm not gonna follow nobody. I'm not comment nobody. I don't even want to be around them. I don't want to be around them. Not their space, not their nothing. If they ever see them, they're going to get punched in the throat. How about that? Miss Wanda again said, I can see you and Martell getting back together. Why do you see them getting back together? I want to understand that. I really do. I really, really do want to understand that. And then it came down to the point where Mel wanted to... No, Mel said it. She checked Miss Wanda. She said, listen, Miss Wanda, I'm going to need you to stop telling us younger women or women generation on how we need to just accept being in a toxic relationship that is killing us on the inside. That makes no sense. So how is it killing you? Are you serious? Killing me is being married to a man who lied, cheated, and disrespected me and destroyed my trust. Why would I want to stay? But you got 4 kids. And I swear to God, this backwards thinking that a woman is not anybody unless she has a man to take care of her and her kids. Listen, Martell and Mel didn't make them. Mel didn't make those kids by themselves. It was Martell, okay? And he has responsibility for 4 kids just as much as he do. But if Mel was to meet a right man who can take care of her and her 4 kids, Martell is not the greatest man on the earth who can handle 4 kids. Please. Good night and goodbye. He's not even present with the 5th one that he made. Good night, Mel. Good night, Miss Wanda. Good night. Good night. So then Miss Wanda wanted to test Melody about the timeline of when she knew about Ariane left and right. And she said in the confessional, I knew that Melody knew about the baby mama 6 years ago. They've been sister wives this entire time. Miss Wanda, go somewhere. Go somewhere. Go to a retirement home and find you some friends. Go somewhere. Why are you so consumed and so obsessed with this shit? Why? And who gives a fuck what if they were or not? At the end of the day, I don't see Mel even entertaining that type of thought in her mind. She ain't sharing her man with nobody. So Ariane want to do. She ain't sharing her man. The fuck? Goodbye, Miss Wanda. Tisha, come get your mama before she get hit and before she get beat up. Goodbye. I swear to God. Sister, stay off social media, Miss Wanda. Stay off of social media. God, you really want to be out here so bad. So now Miss Wanda wants to say, so was you her friend? Did you know her? That broke the camel's back. And Mel was like, get the fuck out of here. I'm done. I'm not that type of bitch. I'm not the type of girl who befriends somebody who fucked my husband and had a baby by him. Good night and goodbye. She stormed off, and I understand why. Because Miss Wanda just wanted to make a scene. She's had so many fucking questions. It has nothing to do with her. Why are you so consumed about them? They're not married. They're divorced. Leave them alone. Why are you trying to get more tea? There is none. Oh my God, good night. All up in everybody else's business. Mel says, stop being up in everybody's business. The things you say, you take it too far. The things out your mouth come out too far, too much. Make somebody want to hit you up beside your head with a pan or something, I swear. At the end of the day, leave us alone and get a life, please. Mel, she said, let me leave before I really something I regret. Let me leave. Let me leave. Let me leave. So after that, after that, she tries to like walk out, and Marceau is coming back in, and he wants to give a hug and say goodbye, but Mel's too irritated to even want to entertain the thought of touching Marceau right now, or even being close near him. So before she can even like try to accept, she's like, nope, I'm done. No, because Marceau wanted to hug her. He wanted to. You're like, come here. No. So after that, now Miss Wanda wants to direct her energy towards Kimmy, on how Kimmy is always defending Mel and always sticks up for her, but always give Tisha the blues. She said, Miss Wanda, I'm not doing this with you. And then she said, you always want to give Tisha the blues, but always want to stick up behind Mel in this one. Say, what are you talking about? I have never done nothing to Tisha. Yes, you have. Y'all made my baby cry plenty of times, and I don't like it. She said, listen, Miss Wanda, I am not about to be sitting up here. I don't give a fuck how you think. I don't give a fuck what you think I need to do or what you think how I need to be when it comes to defending your daughter or when it comes to doing anything. I can't even express how I need to express when it comes to teaching because she is sensitive as all hell. And she think I give a shit about what happened to somebody that has nobody else talking about it but you. And then what y'all talking about, listen, I'm trying to get Mel and Martell back together because I know she loves his ass and I know that they're going to get back together. I had to rewind the scene like 4 times for me to hear what I actually did hear. Kimmy said, I don't disagree with you. I'm like, what? I don't disagree with you. I'm like, so is Kimmy betting that it's not going to be long before Mel gets back with Martell? Is she trying to say it's not, saying true to what she just did? Okay, that's interesting for me. But at the end of the day, Kimmy said, Kimmy said, Miss Wanda only cares about her feelings and her daughter's feelings. Everybody else can go to hell. Because if we're not included, if we're not talking about what they doing, or we're not, our feelings don't matter in this situation, which I definitely agree. It's annoying. Nothing is happening between you and your daughter. Nobody else is thinking about y'all. Why are you trying to insert your daughter, insert yourself into thinking that we're doing something when we're not? So I have not done nothing to Letitia. She said, yes, you have. You have talked about her online, social media, and that's not cool. So what have I said? What have I said? I've said that Tisha requires a lot of me. That's what I did say. And Tisha, I can never say Tisha is right. I can never say it, which is true. There have been multiple times that Tisha was wrong. And when somebody else says it to her, she wants to say, oh, so you're not going to have my back? You're not going to support me? You like her more than you like me? If I was her, you wouldn't do this to me? That type of shit. That bullshit, kindergarten, middle school, playground friendship. You're supposed to be my friend, that's it. If I'm wrong, don't tell me I'm wrong. And, be by my side and that's it. Fuck no. And she's sensitive. And then she said, we could be talking about this online and this and that. She said, listen, I don't say nothing about you on Tisha Online. If I did, tell me what I said. She said, tell me what I said and let's leave it at that. If you ain't got nothing else to say about what I said, then leave me the fuck alone or go somewhere else. I know what you said, then what I say. You said nothing because I don't have nothing. That's right, you don't, Miss Wanda. You had nothing but bullshit. Bullshit. And you want to start shit with everybody. Make a big ass scene. It's annoying. I'm happy that Kimmy got in your ass and said you have nothing else to say to me. I've never said nothing bad about you or your daughter. I've let your daughter know that she was wrong. I said my piece and I stick with what I said. I ain't gonna let y'all hoes run. No, I'm not gonna be bullied or pushed for co-signing, enabling Tisha's mediocre, insecure ass behavior, babying her. I'm not gonna do that shit. That was your job and you failed. Never taught your daughter how to stand up for herself and accept when she's wrong and accept and take accountability for shit that she's done. No. You know that everything's all about don't blame my daughter, blame them because they the ones that did it. No. Everybody don't just start talking bad about Tisha. Tisha has said some passive aggressive shit, has said some underlying shit, has started shit, and act as if nothing's happened to her. Okay, good night and goodbye, Miss Wanda. Good night and goodbye. That's it. I'm moving on. I'm getting irritated. So Mel, she's in the studio writing her second single after her first single blew up. She's going to be doing a video soon. And this one is called Side Chick of the Year. So she's on this musical journey and she's enjoying it. Sky's the limit. I'm very happy for her. So Destiny arrives and she wants to have a conversation with Mel again. So they sit down and talk. So she says that Martell believes all the songs are about him, but she's actually been writing with other artists who have different experiences, and she is just using her voice to get the message out, to get the feelings out, and she feels free and better than how she was in her past. So Destiny, Destiny wants to show support, especially what happened yesterday from what other people are saying. I'm very. Okay, I'm very, So after that, she gets in there having a conversation. Mel expresses to Destiny on how this whole song that I'm singing, people might say it's the same thing, or I've already, spoken about what Martell did to me. Why am I keep on singing it? Get over it, get done with it. Listen, there have been so many artists that sing the same exact shit in different words in all the albums. They have said the same thing over and over again. We are immune to hearing the same type of songs left and right. The same thing, different meaning, and we still listen to it. So it is wrong for folks to tell Mel she needs to get over it. Yeah, Martell Chino needs to stop singing sad songs. That's what music was made off of. Sad songs, experiences, and we just gonna keep on singing it until we can't sing it no more. And the whole thing about Miss Wanda. She said, I don't even try to engage with Miss Wanda like this because I have no energy for her. It's annoying on how she wants to take on my life and what I went through as her concern, which is not true. And the fact that I engaged into her like that, I don't want it to affect the progress that me and Tisha have. And I'm afraid that when she goes back and tell Tisha bits by bits on what she wants to address, it might cause a strain, and I don't want it to. Because we're becoming cool, which I can definitely understand, because Miss Wanda came at Mel. She didn't start it. Miss Wanda did. And who knows? I'm hopeful. So Destiny said, I saw Tiffany crying, and she was upset, and I felt bad, and I wanted to know what happened. So she fills her in about the conversation that Maurice had about the whole vaping in the bathroom situation. And the fact that at the end of the day, the majority of it was, why did you talk about this conversation about my son vaping in the bathroom. So Destiny, her confessional, and said, if we had multiple sidebar conversations, this wouldn't have happened. If Mel had a sidebar conversation with me on taco night, and if Tiffany had a sidebar conversation with Kimmy, and she had a sidebar conversation with me, this wouldn't have happened. Now with this, I'm like, Destiny, at the end of the day, you were put out on blast by Tisha when you had that private conversation with her, how you felt about Melody, bringing Tiffany along without expressing exactly how Tiffany is. You had a private conversation with Tiffany, so no, with Tisha. And Tisha was so happy to tell Mel about what you said about her. That put your ass into the fire. And then Taco Tuesday, please. That couldn't have been cyber conversation for nothing. So take responsibility on the fact that you did not handle it the right way by sending someone else besides the person you had an issue with. So that's not all on Mel. And it's real funny on how she's very, she feels bad for Tiffany in this moment. So it's real funny how she feels bad for her. That's interesting. And so at the end of the day, they both made both Mel and Destiny felt bad for Tiffany in that moment. And the fact that Tiffany sometimes be too comfortable in her surroundings, she opens up easily. And it could rub people the wrong way, and she doesn't recognize it. She's not aware of the room or how it was. So that's something that needs to be handled. And Mel agreed. She said, I think she can be too open and honest at times, and it doesn't, agree with certain people. So I will say that. But then, of course, she wanted to talk about her approach at their birthday party. You know what I'm saying? If that was the case, how was it any different than how Maurice handled it when I handled it? Well, you handled it very aggressively. You processed it differently. She said, I wasn't aggressive. Okay, I wouldn't say aggressive. I would probably say you were being petty. Because you kept on saying the tea was cold. You served me tea with icicles without you just saying, listen, Tiffany, I don't know you from a can of paint. But the first time you talking about my ex-husband and a possible woman he was with, that has nothing to do with me. But if you want this to be the first time we're meeting up, then we are not going to move further than this, because this was not a cool move. That should have been what you did. But no, the tea was cold. The tea was cold. The tea was irrelevant. Not really. Okay, so stop using that. And the aggressiveness, that came with Mel. Because you were mad at Mel for allowing it to happen, not defending you when you need to be defended. But I felt like you held your own in the way that you did. So what would Mel possibly have to say? So then, like she said, when it came down to me coming into your home for our watermelon pact, I felt very aggressive. But I felt like your energy was very aggressive. Said, no, it wasn't Melody Holt. That part. In fact, she wanted to say her whole name in that moment. You had that aggressive tone seeping up now. Because she told you how you were and you're not taking it lightly. And but she said, you know what? I was about to leave, which you had that attitude towards me. But I'm like, you know what? That's my friend. I'm going to let her get what she said out her chest. I'm going to hear her what she had to say. And then I'm going to, listen, be here for you. But she feels like, you're so protective of Tiffany. She said, I am, because I feel like in the end she is very a sweet person. And the way that she does come off, it might not always be recognized in the right way. But she recognizes that at the end of the day, I don't bring people around my friends who are bad or have bad intentions. I don't do that. And she said, good, because you brought me into the circle, and I want to still feel like you could defend me as much as you defend Tiffany. Now, I want Destiny to stop comparing her friendship with Tiffany against Mel, because that sounds like some Tisha shit to me. With her, Kimmy, I'm not going to do that. Destiny, at the end of the day, you don't need as much defending as Kimmy don't, okay? Now, what she did with Tiffany, I can honestly say she has been protecting Tiffany and her bad behavior lately. She has been. But after all of that, Destiny, you don't need nobody else to defend you. You are very vocal. You say what you mean what you say. And what help do you need? So, Mel tells her in this I felt like, this was like, listen. I'm sorry, I can't even get it out. I can't get it out because this was the way that she handled her. It was so funny. I felt it was condescending. But I also felt like, what she agrees is she's not finna let this drag on for any longer. She said, a mother knows her cubs. And she knows that the friends that I have don't need me to defend them. But I will be mindful and recognize that you might need me to defend you a little bit more. She said, all right, cool. because I don't want you to. I know I'm sensitive too. I have sensitive sides as well, so I don't want you to feel like you can't defend me when I'm not sensitive, but I am sensitive. It's like, okay, well, show it then. Since you're so quick to defend yourself in all areas, what you need her for? I get it. It's nice to have a friend to defend you, but I feel like in this case, Destiny, you have been by yourself this entire time defending yourself. What you need, that's what you need Mel for. I get it. Mel should have said something at your birthday brunch to Tiffany. Hold on, Tiffany. Wait. Why are you bringing up that? Why are you bringing up that you're trying to start something? That I understand. But the fact that you held your own between Tiffany and Melody at the Taco Tuesday night, and then you held your own, but it was a very aggressive held your own at your house because, like I said before, it's 2 and 2. I think that Mel was definitely high, but definitely enjoying the fact that you got all of this energy for a conversation that you did not want to have me in the first place because of Tiffany. And Destiny, you was a little bit aggressive in your tone about how she was, interacting with you. Two wrongs don't make it right. So at the end of the day, I want Destiny to stop comparing and stop bringing up Tiffany left and right until she actually meets Tiffany on her own accord and get over the tea that she said was cold. Find something else to bring that you don't like about Tiffany. Find something else. Don't just base it off of your interaction and how Maurice interacted with her. Because at the end of all of that, we find out that it's not just about you, Destiny. So I want you to understand where you came in this conversation. You were aggressive and you not liking that Mel defended Tiffany more than she defended you. But you haven't came with nothing that makes somebody wants to defend you. You haven't spoken about your life. You haven't spoken about your divorce. You haven't spoken about nothing since the season started, and this episode 7. So we still do not know more about you or what you've been going through for anybody to defend you. You have been just defending small things. So anyway, just focus on you and Melody. Stop worried about what Tiffany's doing. Stop worried about where Tiffany stands. You and Mel need to have y'all relationship intact so nobody else can come in and stir it up. That's what needs to be addressed. Moving on. We'll get to Tiffany. She's mowing the lawn. She finds it comforting. She finds it a way to ease her mind when she's mowing the lawn because she feels like the conversation with Maurice was a little bit intense. She understood where he meant, but she felt blindsided. Now, I don't know where the blindsidedness came from because this was been said since it happened. So when it came down to the graduation, Maurice wasted no time to make sure he got this off his chest. And at the end of the day, Tiffany felt like, I think this was Maurice's way of trying to communicate and cover up the fact that he did not communicate with Kimmy in the beginning. Like, he wanted to make it all about the fact that, he didn't communicate. So he wanted to oversell on what I did, which I understood I did was wrong. I did that. And the fact that, I would definitely feel what Kimmy felt. To hear that my son was doing this by some stranger, not my husband, I would definitely feel some type of way. I would have. And Tiffany and Lewis have both been in marriages. This is their second marriage, and they became completely transparent with everything. So they tell each other practically everything. So there would be no resistment later on in the marriage, which I can understand. And Lewis said, I get Maurice's mindset, I get his reasoning, but addressing it first would have been one and done. And he felt like this wasn't that serious. And I don't know why I am believing that. I don't know why. When I first saw that monster or Maurice Jr. was vaping in the bathroom, I felt like that's not really, I mean, it's bad, but it's not bad. It's not like, oh my God. But he made a mistake. He's 14. Kids make a mistake. Kids learn. Kids grow. If you have that relationship with your child, and once you tell them what you did was wrong, if you want to find out more about yourself later on, if you want to entertain that type of thing, just let you know the repercussions, the history above it all. Just stay away from it altogether. Like, that was like a simple one and done lesson. It did not need to be bigger than what it was. So when Maurice had the conversation with Tiffany, I said in my last video, it needed to be said because I felt like in the beginning Tiffany was wrong for bringing that up. But I felt like it was a overcompensation on Maurice's part to announce what the laws and the dangers of what a black man and a black boy lives through these days. I felt like I got that, Maurice, but it's like what Lewis said. Nobody was shot. Nobody was stabbed. Nobody was robbed. The guy was vaping in the bathroom, which happened Stuff like that happened in high school and middle school. Sorry. Stuff like that happens. Kids don't always come squeaking clean. You ever see those comparisons on how people think that academies and prestigious, prep schools are all about innocence and shit? That'd be the worst type of school you want to send your kids to. Because them kids know how to cheat on SATs. They know how to bring drugs in. They know how to bring alcohol in, make fake IDs. They do all of that. So this was Maurice's way of trying to portray himself to be the dad that he is, when he's not even present in the dad that he is now. He's not present. Kimmy said, prioritize your time. You are wasting and missing out on moments with your son growing up as you wanted him here in his pivotal years of being young all the way before college. So I understand. They both got it. But Lewis said it's like beating a dead horse, and we're going to keep on talking about this every time I'm seeing them. So he understands that believing what Tiffany said could have been about shaming their son, but that wasn't her intention. And Tiffany said, I'm not perfect, but I feel like this is because they don't communicate well at home. And he wanted to over-communicate with me all at once, and that was a lot. So I understand. I really do. When he said that, I'm like, that's kind of true, because Maurice, you and Marceau have this way of going around speaking fast and saying big words, and people think it's supposed to be smart. Excuse me. And when they hear it, it's like, we're dumb and y'all smart, because y'all never admit that y'all wrong. Because at the end of the day, Maurice, you have not admitted that you were wrong for not telling Kimmy about what happened with Monster. But yet you want her to be responsible for taking care of him, seeing him, teaching him, feeding him, while you were all going off of me that you cannot escape from for some reason. But that's pretty much what it was for me. That was a simple scene that we got from them. But again, like I said, I understood where Maurice was coming from, but I felt like he did that to overcompensate on his lack of not being present in his son's life. And he wanted to put all of the blame on Tiffany and Lewis. I get it. She wasn't supposed to be speaking about her son. That wasn't her place. But where are you lacking? Where is your responsibility for it? You need to make sure you are addressing your son better and bring Kimmy in when she needs to. Don't just leave her out the loop and she's supposed to accept it when you don't tell her nothing. Good night. I'm going on. I'm moving. So Martell, he meets up with his business partner Fred, and he has a builder's license and a contractor's license. He's happy that someone gave him a chance to do business with him, even though he does not have a license to do nothing. But he's appreciative his friend took upon himself. He probably felt sorry for him. So he's focusing on the fact that he will take his builder's license at the end of the month. And his friend was surprised because he thought that he had all the skills, all the knowledge. He was just a guy in a suit. Mel had the brains and the brawn. And she was the one that had the builder's license and did everything that he feels like she did not do. She did everything. And almost 7 years ago, he tried and failed. She tried and passed on the first time, and he definitely was in his feelings about how that happened. And now, he wanted to start all over. And start all over with him having everything at the table. Bring table. He don't want to depend or lean on nobody. I'm like, okay, Martell, you did that from the beginning. So Martell, I think that he begged the developer to be a part of the 47 acres again, because he still was in his feelings about how Chris went to Mel and not him. You don't have a builder's license or constructor's license. You do not have the legality of building any homes. You don't have any. And it's just like what he said before. He said, if you would have gave it to me, I would have lent it to somebody who had a business license. But what if they don't build residential homes? What if they build condos? What if they build simple stuff? They don't build stuff like this. We've already went through this. So then he wants, to start fresh and make it his own. I got a little confused towards the end, because he said he wants things separate from his ex-wife. He wants to get on his own, when I can understand that. But he does not want nobody else dealing with his ex-wife. Listen, at the end of the day, Mel has to make money too. And if it's in the same field as you are, sorry, whoop the fucking do. You cannot take every opportunity to just take a client from someone or take a client from Mel because they went and saw her first before you. Get over yourself. Grow up. Grow up, Martell, because that's bullshit on how you want to always put down what Mel accomplishment was when you didn't do shit. Goodbye. Good night. So Tisha's at home in her patio, very nice patio, I like. And Miss Wanda came for some little family time, and then she brings her in on all that happened at the black event. So at the end of the day, she's trying to get Mel and Martell back, and Tisha's like, why? For what? Because they got 4 kids. and they love each other. I don't think that they want to get back together. Why would that be a concern of yours? Why you want them back together? And then she stopped arguing. Just, the whole thing left and right started happening. And then Destiny and Kimmy chimed in to check Miss Wanda about how you are so quick to comment on the baby mama's page and say she's beautiful, but you want to get Mel and Martell back together. That's disrespectful. That's crossing the line. Knowing your boundaries, man. And Tisha agrees. She said, wait, you put a comment on the baby mother? Yeah. Listen, she could be the most beautiful girl in the world, but I would never say nothing like that to her. That's disrespectful. So she said, my mom should not be entertaining the mother of Martell's 5th child. I don't know if that was shade, Tisha, but you said it, and that's the truth no matter what it was. Wanda should not be concerning herself, her time and her dime in the marriage and the affairs of Martell and Mel Holt. She should not. Focus on something else, please. And then she calls everybody insecure. I'm like, how are they insecure if they are not condoning this bullshit that you're trying to tell them? Good night and goodbye again. And then she said, Mel ran off because she didn't like it. Even though I told her Marcia got together and Destiny running behind her. I think Mel had some bananas because Destiny ran her like a little monkey. Like, whoa. Why are you calling Destiny a monkey? That's not cool. And Tisha said, don't call Destiny a monkey. That's my friend. Don't do that. I guess she's feeling some good. I guess she liking that. Because obviously, Tisha is now really getting a front row seat. She is now seeing what her mom does. Her mom starts shit. So then, of course, she's like, stop doing that, Mom. We got to stop doing that. That's not cool. So then we get to the argument between her and Kimmy on how she was said about, banging the table and calling her saying she shut up in her face. And she said that. Well, that would have been wrong if I was there. That would have been a whole different level. But then she also wants it to understand that, did you say something to Kimmy in a type of way that made her react to that? Because obviously Tisha's recognized that I can't just say fuck, I can't just be mad at them for coming at my mom like that if I know my mom tends to start shit from the beginning. So I cannot put all of my blame on them. I gotta put some on my mother too. You are the one that started shit. Why are you starting shit? And then she feels like she can just talk to Kimmy any type of way and she can't respond back. I don't think the fuck not. I don't care how old you are. I don't care whose mother you are. You will respect me as an adult because you childish. Talking to us like you know us and trying to get in everybody else's business when you don't have any. That's not right. And then it brings it back to the main reason. She believes that Kimmy tends to defend Mel more than she defends Tisha. Oh my God, this is like a game of high school, middle school, elementary school. So the fuck what? So what, Miss Wanda? So what? It does not change what people think about your daughter if somebody is defending someone other than her. Tisha is not in the predicament for us to defend her. For what? Your daughter could stand on her own 2 feet. Get the fuck out of here. Then she said, I'm not upset with Mel and Kimmy anymore. What we had is what we had. It's forgiven. I'm starting fresh with both of them, and I don't want you arguing with them over me. I do not want that. That is messed up. That's bullshit. Stop doing that. And then she said, listen, she ain't going to do nothing to me because I'm going to check her. She needs to check herself before I wreck her. No, you will not wreck nobody. Miss Wanda. You will get body slammed up in here. And she said she going to lose a lot of things. Kimmy's lost them 2 front teeth. She can mess with me. Tisha does not want her mom fighting. And it's all about communicating. You older now. I definitely don't want you to talk about or try to start something that make her want to come back at you with that energy, because she will. At the end of the day, the main reason... Oh, I already said it. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, the main reason why Miss Wanda is upset because she's always taking up for Mel. Who gives a damn? This is not a competition as to who takes up more than who. This is the same shit that Destiny is talking about with Tiffany, and I'm getting irritated about it. And she said, listen, if Kim wants to stick up for Mel, that's fine. I don't need you sticking up for me. I don't need you starting arguments with people that I'm trying to get cool with. That's not going to work for me. So now Tisha is recognizing that she chooses to allow people to say what she needs to say to her, and she don't play it no mind. I'm like, okay, Tisha, I'm seeing this little sliver of growth coming out of you on checking your mom about how you feel. Or how I'm not letting these things get to me as easy as they were before. I'm not doing that. And Of course, Miss Wanda want to hear nobody else talking about her daughter. I can understand all of that, but your daughter is a big girl. She can take what she needs to take without you defending her and fighting her battles for her. That's not cool. And it's really sad that your mom got to fight your battles all the time for you. And that's the difference between me and you. You like to fight. I don't like to fight. I don't like to argue. You like to argue. I don't. And she wants her mom to back off. And she still's like, my mom thinks that my issues are her issues, and they're not. I can handle my situation. Hell, she said, I'm about to be 40 this year. I ain't got time to be, like a daughter, mommy, she hit me. No, I don't have time for that shit. So at the end of the day, Tisha, no. Yeah, she said, I'm not 14. I'm about to be 40. I'm not a little girl anymore that you got to fight my battles for me. We're going to have to move on from that. Do something better. I'm not going to do this with you. So Wanda, again, wants to talk about the champagne that was being delivered to Mel. And how, it was a thought about her being a a brand ambassador. Tisha said it. She said, yeah, it was talks about, being a brand ambassador. Oh, okay, did you know how he gave it to her? Did he deliver it to her? Or was at the graduation party? Because he said it was personal. And she said, I'm not mad about that. I'm not worried. I'm not insecure over here. I'm like, okay, we'll find out in the next 2 seconds. So then, of course, Marcel comes outside and said, thank you for not inviting me out. I did not want to be here anyway. Excuse me. So, at the end of the not the end, when he was trying to come outside and sit down, he tried to give Miss Wanda a hug. And she said, don't hug me. And she said, what's with the hug? No, I'm not finna, no, because he's not finna give me the hug. He gets Melody. I'm like, you starting shit again. Listen, I think we've all said that Marcel has a crush on Mel, and he use any opportunity to try to get close to her, touch her, and everything. Miss Wanda peeps it. Hence why she's trying so hard to push Mel and Marcel need to get back together. But, of course, Marcel was like, what are you talking about? Hug Melody? What you mean? You hug her differently than what you hug me. And I'm noticing that. And so now they want to ask Marcel, how did he deliver the champagne to Mel? Did you meet up with her or was it a graduation party? And he said, listen, I'm not going to answer that. You're a walking dead drunk. He called Miss Wanda walking. She probably drank some gin before she came over there. And it's a question that, they want an answer to. So he said, so what would happen specifically if I'm not going to answer this question? She said, you're going to answer the question. I need to know. If you're trying to talk, if you're trying to meet up with her without talking to me, then we got an issue. But if you did, talk to her how you delivered her, that's all I want you to do is tell me. So here is my thing right here. I felt like I was completely confused. Tisha was being grown in 1 minute, but let her mom gaslight her into having this conversation with Marcel about how he delivered a case of champagne to Mel. I'm like, okay. Because, he said, where'd you hear it from? She said, Miss Wanda told Marcel, and Marcel told her. Or something like that. And like, oh, but wasn't he at the table when he said he delivered a case of champagne with her, and not Martell, because it was common to inch something shit like that. And then, of course, he said, why would you believe her? Your mama's a known liar. I'm like, Lord. That's the one thing that Miss Wanda, I feel like, is not going to lie about. She's not going to lie about when a man has a wandering eye. I don't think she'll lie about that. She is messy as all hell, though. That I do know. But then, of course, Marcel is confessing he is tired trying to defend himself against Tisha. It's been 15 years. If you don't trust me by now, then what the hell am I doing here? The relationship is expiring. But Marcel, you tend to create ways and paint pictures where it's not. You become untrustworthy at this point. You becoming. So the fact that you can't even answer this question on how you delivered a case of wine or case of champagne to Mel is really troubling. It's a simple ass question. Nah, listen, I was in the area and I was putting the flyers for Black, and then I just stopped by Holden Home and gave her a case of champagne. That could have been how you easily said it, but you wanted to play on Miss Wanda's, plan, and you played on Tisha's insecurities again. And then she said, at the end of the day, are you trying to hide something from me? I asked you a direct answer, and I'm expecting a direct answer. I'm asking you a direct question, and I'm expecting a direct answer. And he said, I'm not going to give you one. And that's the biggest issue. He said someone put something on White's head and they going to listen. I'm not going to fall for that. That y'all can keep that. That's done. Because he felt like he didn't want to answer it. He felt like that's dumb. And then he said, you asked I'm trying to Porsche mail? I'm like, Porsche mail? What does that mean? Purchase mail? Promote mail? What that meant? I'm confused. Like, pursue? You trying to pursue mail? Is that what it was? I was confused. And then, okay, Miss Warner said, if it's not mail, then who else? Who else? Do you really got a baby out here? That's when Tisha want to come in. He said, I might make you a grandmother, a side grandmother. He said, no, I'm not a side grandmother. Your mama's a side grandma. That would have been fighting words left and right. Fighting words, so I'm going to say fighting words. So that's when Tisha want to come in and check her about what she said. Listen, the things that you're saying is very disrespectful to me, to my house, and to my kids. I got 3 kids by this man. Plus, I have 2 daughters that look up to me. I'm not playing those types of games lying on their daddy. I'm not going to do that. Which I found confusing as hell. You literally had your mom bait you into questioning, what did Marceau do to give Mel this wine? Did he meet up with her? Because you knew what the pretext was to be a Mel and brand ambassador, but you do not know how he went about it. Did he call her and said to meet me up? Or did he do it at the bridal party? So your mom baited you into painting a picture in your head of what your husband might be doing. So she added a nail in the coffin about the extra baby outside. Like, we all heard about the rumors that Marceau might have a baby outside in the street somewhere. So then, of course, she's like, I don't disrespect nobody. Marceau won't say you disrespect me. Marceau don't make it worse for yourself. He said, I don't tell lies on people. I don't play about people's marriages. People, because that's not okay. I don't like when you say things out of your mouth. That's me and her to my family. I had to think about it. Tisha, it's not that you don't play on nobody else's marriages, but you definitely laid passive aggressive, shade towards Mel and her situation. And you did the last following season about the whole BMW situation. And then you talked about it again in the beginning of the second season. And again about how what did or did not transpire. And how Mel's a mean girl. And this could be her karma. What's happened to her is what's happening to her. That's her fault. So, Tisha, you definitely take some responsibility on how you have approached things when it comes to hearing about what Mel has going on. You have. And then, you said you come to my house every time and you just tear it down. You recognize it. I'm happy that you did. So Miss Wanda wants the best for Tisha. Marceau said, I want the best for Tisha. But if she feels it's not with me, then go find somebody else. She said, I will. I don't have to. She do. But then she wants to say, if she's happy with you, then that's all that matters. Then he said, just hush up. He said, don't tell me to hush up. You shut the fuck up. I'm like, oh my God, Marceau and Miss Wanda, y'all both just go back and forth with each other. Like, Marceau, I don't know why you even said that about if she wants to find somebody, go ahead. But then, Miss Wanda, why did you now say, if she's happy with them, I'm happy? Then stop trying to paint something that's not there. Or we don't know just of yet, allegedly, or what's going on in Marcel's closet. What skeletons is coming out there. So she's like, Marceau's like, why is she here? Don't you want a happy marriage? And Tisha said, I'm done. I ain't got time for this bullshit for neither one of y'all. I'm done. I'm out. And that was the end of the episode. I swear to God, this was a lot. And next week's going to be amazing. I cannot wait for Kimmy to get in Tisha and Marceau's ass again. It's going to be about Jalen. But this was a lot, and I don't know what's going on with this, because I feel like Miss Wanda definitely based on her daughter's insecurity, for her to think about what exactly does your relationship entails between you and Marceau. Is he telling you everything? Is he being trustworthy? Or are you going to be dumb like Mel? Something like that. But then she also wants to separate Mel from being anywhere near Marceau. She does not want Marceau. Marceau wants her. And she does not want She does not want Martell. Okay? At the end of the day, Miss Wanda, keep your nose at everybody's business. Stick your nose somewhere else, okay? Go somewhere else. Please go somewhere and find something else to do. I swear. But that's it, you guys. That's all I have for tonight. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Share my content. And I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.